Forget taking her to the ER, call 911. And so my daughter dialed 911.
Glamorous, penny pincher. Glamorous, penny pincher. Glamorous, penny pincher. Glamorous, penny pincher.
Do not adjust your sets. Okay, yes. Hey, penny pinchers, welcome back to my channel. You are officially in my closet. It is one chaotic mess in here because, honey, I'm going on vacation and I am packing. So things are everywhere. You hear me? There is a mound of clothes behind me. There's a suitcase on the floor in front of me. I'm pulling shorts, I'm pulling shirts, I'm pulling purses. But wanted to invite you in to pack with me while I share this story with you. So if you want to hear my story and help me pack to go on my vacation, you know exactly what to do, guys. Just keep on watching. Okay, guys, so from the title you can see that I did suffer a mini stroke about 4 months ago, and it took me all this time, but I wanted to share that story with you. That way you know what some of the symptoms are and you can get help. I did not want this video to be too heavy. As you can see, I am well, I'm doing well. So in order to keep it a little bit light, I wanted to tell you the story as I'm packing for vacation. And while we're chatting away, I will show you some of the cute little pieces that I am taking with me and all that good stuff. All right. So some quick tips for vacation before I start is when I'm going on vacation, I am going to the Caribbean where it's hot and, you know, beautiful. What I do is when I go on vacation, I take a lot of fast fashion with me. So fast fashion being the Fashion Novas, the Sheins, stuff that's quick, stuff that's easy. And a lot of times I will give the stuff away. So, you know, it's not costing me an arm and a leg. If I have a special event to attend, then I will include other pieces. But that's number one. And number two, if I lose my suitcase or anything of that nature, I don't want to be out of pocket for like tons of money. So I do a lot of fast fashion, a lot of flats, a lot of shorts and stuff like that. And if people ask and, you know, they want some of my stuff, I usually just say here. Not that I wouldn't give them the expensive stuff. I do that as well. But I find fast fashion works well for me when I do these vacations, and I will just keep it as such. So one of the things that I love to do is when I make my purchases, like when I buy anything from like the Sheins or whatever, and you know you normally get them in like these bags, I save these bags because these bags are good to put like your sandals and stuff in, and make your packing and your suitcase a lot neater. So for instance, I have these this pair of flats that I bought, and I will just put them together, drop them in the bag. This is a bigger bag, so I'll put another pair in there. So here we go. And I will just put my sandals and stuff in these bags to keep them off of my clothes. Pull the zipper and ta-da, this one's ready to go. All right, so in February, I was going through a stressful time. I've been going through stressful time since last year. You saw my testimony with my husband, the surgery. It was a crazy year, 2024. 2025 came and we we're like, okay, we got this. And then things just started to not go well again in 2025. Now, no, it's not my marriage. My marriage is good. My hubby and I are going away on vacation together. But other areas of my life were, you know, it was just complicated and a lot was going on. And I woke up one morning with a pain on my right shoulder blade, and it just felt really weird. And I kept saying to myself, why am I feeling like this? Like, I couldn't explain how I was feeling, but I got up anyway, and I took a shower, got dressed, because I take my grandson to school. I drop him off in the mornings before starting work. So I got up, got dressed, he ate his breakfast. And as I was taking him to school, my right arm started to feel like it's getting numb. And I'm like, this is the weirdest thing. But me being superwoman, honey, and doing what I'm doing, I'm like, I know I ain't having no struggle. Like, I'm good. Okay, this will pass. It will go away in just a little bit and I'll be fine. So I'm taking him to school. That ride is like 7 minutes. It's very close to the house. And while we are driving, that feeling, that numbness is getting a little bit more intense. So I'm flashing my arm as I'm driving, and then he loves to have conversation while we drive, so I don't want to scare him. So I'm having the most amazing conversation with him as we, drive to school, because I don't want him to realize that there's something going on with me, as well. So we made it to school. He got out the car. It's like a drive-through. So we pull up to the school and they take them out of the car. So he comes out the car, and at this point the numbness is intense and it's moving down my arm. It's like going down to like my fingertips. And the only thing I kept saying is, God, just let me get back to the house in one piece. And it just kept coming till at one point I didn't know what was happening. Like, my body felt different. My head felt different. Everything just was off. I couldn't explain, or I can't explain exactly what the feeling was outside of like the tingling and the numbness and a sharp pain I was having back here. But my body felt weird otherwise. It's just weird. So I made it back home, and as soon as I got in the house, I ran to my room and I just crashed on the bed. And at this point, I'm like, I need help. Something's going on. So my younger daughter, she was home. So I texted her. She was still asleep. I texted her and I said, come downstairs now. I need your help. And so she came down. She came downstairs. Super cute, huh? So she came down and she said, Mom, what's wrong? And I said, I can't explain it, but I don't feel well. My body is getting numb on my right side and I have this sharp pain. And at this point, I am struggling to be clear in my thoughts. Like, my thought process now is getting kind of foggy. Like, I know what I want to say, but it's taking me a while to get it together in my head, almost like I was in a confused state. So she started asking me all these questions, like, put your arms out, do this, do that, do you know where you are, that sort of thing. And so she called my hubby, because my hubby was he had an early appointment and he had gone to his appointment. So he got him on the phone and she was telling him, this is what Mom's experiencing, whatever. So my husband says, okay, take her over to the ER and I will meet you over there. So she started getting dressed with him on the phone, and then he asked her for something that he needed. So he told her, when you're coming to the ER, bring me this particular thing. And he told her where it was. So she goes in the bathroom and she's looking in the drawers and can't find this thing, but I know where it is. So I got up off the bed, walked carefully to the bathroom, and when I got in there, I opened my mouth to tell her where it was, and nothing that came out of my mouth made sense. It was like gibberish that came out of my mouth. And at this point, I realized that something was really wrong. So my husband was on the phone. He could hear me mumbling whatever came out of my mouth, and he said to our daughter, he said, forget taking her to the ER, call 911. And so my daughter dialed 911. After she dialed 911, I went back on the bed, and at this point I'm crying because I'm realizing that I'm having a stroke or something's out of whack. So they got here very, very quickly. Within a few minutes, they came in, about 6 men, and they started to ask me all these questions and asked me to put my arms up. Just, little examinations or assessments to see, what was happening with me. And my daughter was explaining what just happened with me in the bathroom and that my words were mumbling. And from the assessment that they did, they didn't really see anything that they could right off the bat say This is what's happening. But they said, you know what, you need to go to the hospital. Do you want us to take you in the ambulance, or would you prefer to go to the hospital by car? Go, Jojo, go. So I said, you know what? I will go by car, because I knew my husband was almost home. So they left, and my husband actually met them going out while he was on his way in, and he came, and we went to the hospital, went to the ER, told them what was happening, the symptoms. I told them that the ambulance had come, and they directed me to come over to the hospital, and they took me back right away. Like, if you're having any kind of symptoms that looks like you're having a stroke, they are going to take you right away. So they took me back right away, and they started every test that you could possibly think of. They did a CT scan. They hooked me up to monitors. It was a lot going on as soon as I got there. So after they did all the testing, I had to wait, of course, for the results. I did speak to a doctor, and based on what everything, they didn't see any clotting, thank God, or any of that. But she said, what is happening is, it appears you had a TIA, or a mini stroke. And I said, dear God, what is this? And as such, they said, you know what, we are going to keep you overnight, just so we can monitor you and see if there's anything else taking place. We'll do some additional testing and stuff like that. And so they decided that they were going to admit me, and they started the admitting process. So I was admitted and spent the night in the hospital. They had different doctors to come and see me, and just monitored me for that night, that rest of that day, because I got there around 11 o'clock in the morning. So it was all day night, and then I was released the next day in the late afternoon. But when I tell you that that was a very, very scary experience, and I wanted to share that with you, because I'll tell you what happens. A lot of times we are under so much stress and so much pressure, and we sometimes feel like we're superhuman, and a lot of those things would never happen to us, or we're in disbelief about where we are. And of course, this one will not leave me alone. Jojo, I'm trying to get myself together. And we feel sometimes that we're superhuman, and it can happen to any of us. Stress is real, right? Anxiety is a real thing. And if you don't take care of your mental health, something like this could easily happen to you. I know so many people who have had these TIAs, or mini strokes, and I'll put what TIA is on the screen for you. But I was going through a lot, and I just kept showing up, and just, thinking that, what, this, I'll deal with it, and I'll deal with myself another time. And it's so important that we take care of ourselves, and we take care of our mental health, and get the help we need. Guys, if you have a headache, or if you have a stomach ache, or if you find out that you have a disease or something, you are going to find a doctor to go to find out what is happening with you while you're having the pain. We seek medical assistance for everything else, and we do not do that as quickly for our own mental health. Now, I've been getting signs just from like being stressed and just having to wake up and deal with the day. And I knew I needed to let that out, or, talk to somebody or whatever. And I just kept going. Like, if you ignore it, it will go away. No, it will not go away. What it's going to do, it's going to manifest into something that you are not ready for, right? Because to be honest, it could have been way worse. But I give God thanks that it didn't go over into like a full-blown stroke where I had like a, blockage to the brain, or, a clot or something like that, because my family would have lost me. And I don't know if I would be here today to tell the story. So I want to encourage you guys. We are not superhuman, right? We are created by the Most High God, but He expects us to take care of ourselves. Like, we have to put ourselves first in every case. Because if we don't put ourselves first, we are no good to our families. We can't show up to our jobs. We can't show up for our families, our children, our husband. We can't show up for anything if we are not 100% there ourselves, right? So what I've started to do since that happened, I came home and I took the rest of the, I took some time off, and I have started talking to a therapist on a weekly basis just to talk things through with, right? There is nothing wrong with therapy. Don't let anybody think that you are crazy for wanting to speak to somebody. God created therapists, okay? And Jesus and therapy can exist, okay? We know that God is the higher power. We know that Jesus is our Savior. He's our sustainer. He is our keeper. He's our way maker. He is our deliverer. He's our protector. He's our provider. We know all of that. But He has placed people here on earth to help with the things that we struggle with. Just like He has doctors for every other ailment or disease that we go to, while we are praying, we need to get therapy if we need therapy. And so since then, I've been in a much better space, a much better headspace, being able to clear my thoughts, putting myself first so I can show up for my family. My husband and I started walking again every morning. We go out and we do our morning walks. We walk for little over 2 miles. I started my vegan journey in January, so I'm still going on with that. So I'm eating a much more healthy diet, and I have an outlet where I want to talk to somebody. I can speak to my therapist. I am now more pleasant to be around. I feel like I'm in a better place mentally where I can show up and just be me. So guys, I said all that to say, make sure you are showing up for yourself, because we have an issue. Women on a whole, especially us Black women, we will put everybody else's needs ahead of ourselves, and then we figure out what's going on with us. But we only do that after everybody else is taken care of. And a lot of us, that's what we grow up seeing. We seen our grandparents do it, or grandmothers. We see our mothers do it, and we feel like it's okay. It is not okay. Because in a lot of cases, when we try to take care of ourselves first before others, we are seen as like we're selfish and all that stuff. There's nothing selfish about putting yourself first. Putting yourself first does not mean that you forget about others. It means that you fill your cup so you can pour out, right? In a lot of cases, we pour out till we're empty and we have absolutely no replenishment. We are so depleted sometimes. We are so tired. We are so overwhelmed. And what do? We put on our capes and we get up and we do it all over again, knowing deep inside that we are dying a slow death. We have got to do better, myself included. I have started to do better, and I'm only sorry that it had to get to this point for me to realize that this is exactly what I needed to do. The sad part is, this whole time I was going through, I thought I was fine. Like, I got this. I said my prayers. God's got me covered. He's protecting me. He's my keeper. And all of that is 100% true. But there's still things here on earth that we need to do to take care of ourselves and to better ourselves. And I implore you today, all of you who are under the sound of my voice, whether you're male or female, pay attention to you. Get the help you need if you need help. It's not worth it. The stresses of life, the way things are going now with the world, it's crazy. Turn the news off sometimes, because sometimes we get so overstimulated with all the information. Get off of social media sometimes, because again, there's a lot of stuff on there that just drives us crazy, and we have got to do better. Stop. I had to get rid of Jojo because Jojo just wants to be on my lap, and I have packed nothing. Jojo is a distraction. Okay, and I can't do distractions right now. I got things to do. Yeah, but as I was saying, guys, we have got to do a better job of showing up for ourselves, because nobody's gonna show up for you. Nobody really knows what's happening to you internally. You have to know that for yourself. And for some of us who are waiting for people to notice, to come to help us, no, you are responsible for you. So when you take care of yourself first, you actually teach people how to treat you, how to take care of you. But if we're out here just doing any and everything and not caring about ourselves, we're not eating properly, we're not getting enough sleep, we're overwhelmed, we're stressed out, we say yes to everything, hello, and we can't say no to anything because we don't want to disappoint people. We have got to do better. We have got to do better. We just have got to do better. I can't stress that enough. We've got to do better. So now I am taking things a lot slower. My husband said, you know what? We need to take a vacation. It's been a while since we have really laid out and do absolutely nothing. And that's fine. And I'm from a culture where, rest is kind of frowned upon. No one said that you can't lay down, but it's almost like an unspoken truth where if you are like sleeping too much, or if you're resting, especially if it's daytime, it's like, oh, she lazy, she can't find something to do, she need to find something to do, but she's sleeping. No, you need to find no, you need to rest. God rested. After he created all of this, he rested. So if he rested, why are we any different? We're not machines. We weren't built to last and last and last and last. We were built to take care of ourselves, rest, replenish, and do what we want to do. We cannot pour from an empty cup. So I said all that to say, I am no longer pouring from an empty cup. And I continue to trust God. I continue to do what I do to keep him at my center. Guys, I know I spoke about this before, but I live a fasted life, and God has been so faithful to me. I have written an ebook on it's called the Ultimate Fasting Guide for Beginners. And what this ebook does, it basically helps you to prepare for fasting and prayer, what you need to get, what you do to prepare for fasting, what you do during fasting. I have scriptures there for you to help you on your fasting journey. So I am going to leave a link in the description below so you can go ahead and pick up. It's a fasting guide. Guys, I have done it over and over, and I have seen God work. And even in this situation that I'm telling you about, with me having a mini stroke, I saw God's work at hand, even in that, because he is so amazing. Because I fast, I pray, and I constantly tap in. Me and the Spirit got a good thing. The Holy Spirit got a good thing going on. And I want you to experience that as well. So pick up my ebook. It's called The Ultimate Fasting Guide for Beginners. You will get a lot of tips and a lot of scriptures to help you on your fasting journey. I have another video where I fasted for 40 days last year. And after I came off of that actually after I shared the video about the fasting is when I started to get like a urge in my spirit, like a prompting by the Holy Spirit to put an ebook together. It's not very long. It's very quick. It's very simple, very easy read, very easy to follow. I started to get a prompting in my spirit to go ahead and put that ebook together to help others who may not know what to do when they're going to embark on a fast. Like, this is not a fast for weight loss. That is a benefit though. That is a benefit. But a spiritual fast, and how to prepare yourself and what to do and kind of how to go through. So I'm going to leave an ebook for you to go ahead and pick up that journal, that fasting book, so that way you can go on your fasting journey. Disclaimer, I am not a pastor. I am not a preacher. I am just telling you what I do on my fasting journey, what the Holy Spirit has communicated to me, and what has worked for me. And because this has worked for me, I want to share that with you as well. So before you embark on any fast, another disclaimer, make sure that you consult your doctor, because if you're on like any kind of like medications and stuff like that, it's always good to talk to your doctor first before you embark on any fast. All right, so I'm finally gonna start packing because I got through the story. I actually have all my shoes bagged now, which is good. These are some of the purses. I have an event to attend, so I have this little purse, and I'm good with my purses being this small. As long as my phone can go in, then I'm good. And then I have this cute little round one with a long strap. This is for like maybe nighttime if we're going out to dinner or something like that. And like I said, guys, a lot of fast fashion. I have this woven one, again, nighttime. And then I have this cute little one that looks like a little basket, super cute. And I wear everything over like my shoulders, kind of like that, with my outfits, right? And then a lot of I do a lot of caftans, or like a lot of cover-ups, because when you're on vacation, as you guys know, and you wake up at the resort, you're usually in like your swimsuit, maybe some shorts, and a cover-up. That's what I do. I have on my shorts, my swimsuit, and I have a cover-up. And then I go lay out by the pool, or if we're going to the beach. This is one of the cover-ups that I have. It's super, super cute, very colorful. And I just love the colors are rich and they're super vibrant. So I'm gonna wear that with, I don't know, I have different color bathing suits, like the blues, and I have like pinks and whites and whatever. So it's just whatever I put on that goes with this color. I also have some pretty sandals that go with it. Super cute. Simple stuff. Yes, I want to look cute on vacation, okay? Another thing that I love on vacation, I love stuff to wear at night. Like, we are not really nightlife people, but if you're on a resort, you know, the resort that we're going to stay at, they have like 9 restaurants, so we'll get to check out a few of them. So you want to make sure at night you have like your cute little outfits to put on. I love me a jumpsuit. This is a jumpsuit with like a bell bottom, really light, really cute. I'm bringing a lot of colorful stuff because, like I said, I'm going where the sun is, and I just want everything to be vibrant. This is another cover up, very, very colorful, that I'll put over my swimsuit again. Another cover up. Right, this one is see-through. I have me a cute little yellow swimsuit. So all vibrant colors, guys. All vibrant colors. I got shorts. Now this shorts is fire. I put it on with like a bodysuit. I tried it on and it was so cute. Nighttime stuff. I think I have enough stuff, and of course I'm going to overpack. And then get there and not wear half the things that I've packed, but at least I will have them and I can, you know, mix and match, because sometimes you have this particular outfit in mind and then you go and you put it on and you're like, maybe I needed to change the shirt or something like that. So I pack like that, so I have options. Granted, I am only allotted 40 pounds. So I'm gonna need y'all to pray for me diligently that I don't go over the 40 pounds. What I do is I like to carry an extra change of clothes in my hand luggage, and this is another packing tip. So the first packing tip I told you about was to save your bag so you can put your shoes and stuff in these little baggies. The next packing tip is I carry a hand luggage. In my hand luggage I carry that's where I have my toothbrush and all that stuff. I carry an extra change of clothes with underwear, everything as well. If I'm going to like a resort like I'm doing now, I also pack a swimsuit in my carry-on and stuff I can change off in when I get to the hotel, just in case my bag doesn't make it with me. It's delayed for some reason, or sometimes you get to the resort before check-in time, and what they will do, they will keep your luggage in a holding place until your room is ready. I started doing this a long time ago, especially traveling with my children, and by the time when they were children, that is. And by the time you get to the resort, everybody's ready to go into the pool and they're excited. So I always have an extra change of clothes in case my bag doesn't come the same time as me. And I have swimwear and all that stuff in there. That way, if our room's not ready, we can change off, go get something to eat, and get in the pool until our room is ready and it's check-in time. I may take me a couple jeans, especially for flying. When I fly, the aircraft is always freezing. I'm always in long pants and I always have a cardigan because I'm not trying to freeze while I'm flying. Shirt is super cute. It's like it has like a little bubble at the bottom. Super cute. Don't know where I'm wearing this yet. Maybe one night at dinner or something. My husband is also gonna have his birthday while we're there, so we'll do something special for that night. And guys, this is what I'll do. Because you're packing with me, I am going to take pictures of all of my outfits that make the cut, and I will share those with you as well. So watch my, I don't know if I should make a full video of everything that I wore while on vacation, or if I should just put it on like my community posts in YouTube. For sure, I'm gonna be posting some things on Instagram. So if you're following me on Instagram, you'll probably see some of these items over there as well. I have this dress. It's like a slip dress. Pop the tag off. It's super, super cute. And one side is like super cute. And it has like a thigh high split on one side, just right like above the knees. But I'm sure I'll wear this one night at dinner. But I absolutely fell in love. Listen, I love me animal print, eh? But this is cute. So yeah, so I'll share pictures, guys. Okay, guys, so I have done a little bit of cleanup, and these are the items in this pile here that have made it to the cutting room floor. These are the items I'm bringing with me. I have brought the suitcase up to sit it on top of the bench because it was way too low on the floor. So I'm gonna start packing my things in. Another tip that I have for you guys is when I'm packing my suitcase, I always put 1 or 2 dryer sheets in there. Nothing too heavy, just a couple of sheets to keep my stuff smelling fresh, not to overpower my perfume when I get dressed and put my perfume on, but just, you know, while everything is locked up in there, to keep my items fresh and smelling like nice fresh laundry. All right, guys, I am all done. Well, with the majority of things, I still have a few more items to put in here, but the bulk of it is already done. Here I have added a packing cube. This is another tip that I have. If you can use all packing cubes, perfect. Then you will know where everything is. I always use a packing cube to secure like my undergarments and my intimate stuff in one place. And then once I have used them, then this serves as like a dirty laundry bag for me to take my dirty clothes back in. So packing cubes. Again, I am 95% done. Just a few more items to put in. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. Listen, let me know if you like this kind of content where we're just kind of free flowing. I am having conversation with you while packing. I know that I'm always bringing you more structured videos like a tablescape or redecorating my living room or something of that sort where everything is a little bit more structured. But if you enjoy this kind of free flow of me, like I said, having conversations with you as I do my stuff, let me know and I will try to incorporate more of those videos. Again, like I said, take care of yourselves. Don't be super mom, don't be super woman, don't be superman. Take care of yourselves. Make sure that you're doing great self-care. Take some time, lay down, rest. You can't do it all. Rome was not built in a day, honey, and you can't build anything in one day. So take your time, pace yourself. Don't let anything stress you. Remember now to pray, fast and pray. Go ahead and pick up a copy of my fasting ebook. It will help you tremendously. All right, and if this is your first time seeing my channel, welcome. I truly do appreciate you clicking on this video, and I would love for you to join the Glamorous Penny Pincher family. All you have to do, guys, is to hit that subscribe button below. It is free, okay? You don't have to pay a penny. And make sure you hit the notification bell also. That way you know when I upload new content. And guys, I will come back and show you how I wear my outfits that I have packed with the accessories and everything, the whole enchilada. All right, so until next time, this is your Glamorous Penny Pincher, ChelomieC, saying love you. Bye bye.